everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today Brent and I are inshore fishing here on the Santa Rosa Sound. We got 3 set rods, 1 casting rod. I brought my net to catch some live bait. I'm hoping for a redfish, maybe a nice sized trout, and you never know, we might get lucky and get a random jack or flounder. So we're gonna get busy. Hope you enjoy the show. If you do, thumbs up.
All right, gang, I think we just got hooked up. Yes, we did. First fish of the evening. Oh, he's pulling some drag.
Woo!
Drag.
Yeah, he is.
Like it.
Some
Like it.
just popped. What were we using? This was a pinfish, wasn't it?
Fish, yeah. Dang it.
That means I gotta throw the net more.
Julie's got her net. She's out there throwing. Unfortunately, tonight we have a nasty southeast wind. It's been calm for a while, but it's supposed to blow for like the next 3 or 4 days. So she's having to throw this net pretty much directly into the wind. And this front that's come through that brought all this wind has got the water churned up. Not a lot of bait around. I mean, the other night when we were here, there was bait everywhere. So he's gonna keep chucking that thing around. We got a few pinfish. I'd like to get a few more to last us till the end of the night. We'll get after them. Fish, fish.
A lot of shaking going on.
Yeah, I just crossed this line.
Come on, dude.
Got a few runs in him.
He's got a lot of runs in him.
Got a lot of runs in him. Oh, reel against the right. Let him run.
I don't know what this is, you guys. It's running like crazy, not doing a whole lot of shaking. Here he comes.
Seen it?
He's coming. Might be a rod.
Ray?
No, it's a rod.
It's a real nice fish.
20-pound braid and 20-pound leader, so I'm not trying to force this guy in. Let him wear himself out.
Yeah, doing good. Here he comes, guys.
Come on, bring it in.
He's coming. Here he comes. Might be a flat fish.
Yeah, he might be slot, Brent.
Here he comes, guys.
There we go. First fish of the day. We're out here fishing with set rigs, Carolina rigs, in the Santa Rosa Sound, you guys. We got, what, an hour before dark?
At the most, yeah. We got out here real late.
See what we can do.
I got the rod. Yeah, I bet he's gonna make slot.
Yeah, beautiful catch.
Yeah, the other rod.
He might be coming home with us.
You want to keep?
I told, yeah, give her a rod.
Oh, he's definitely gonna make slot. It's probably 22.
Yep. We have a super nice neighbor that's been dying to try redfish.
Which means my pop cooler is now going to turn into a fish cooler.
I'd rather have fish in there than drinks.
How close was I?
What'd you say?
22, 23.
Yeah, 22. If I pinch the tail, he's just over 23.
23-inch redfish, guys.
Definitely slot. It's got to be, what, 18 to 26?
18, 27.
27?
Yep. Great fish. Great job.
I'm going to get this guy taken care of and into the cooler he's going.
Julie's gonna dispatch this redfish. We learned this not too long ago. You go behind
I got it.
the front fins on both sides with your finger.
Super soft spot, you'll feel it right away.
Just poke right through.
It's where his skin is thin. So he's gonna bleed, but we're gonna put him in the water and let him bleed out in there. We don't have our brain spike, so it's a good way to dispatch of the fish before throwing them into the cooler. See how that blood just comes out? To me, it's a more humane way to dispatch fish, to brain them, bleed them, instead of just throwing them right into the cooler and letting them suffocate. But they also taste better if you get all that blood out right now. See it coming out.
All right, guys, I think I have convinced Julie to try redfish for the second time. We've only ever tried it once. It was right after we first moved here, and honestly, neither one of us cared for it very much. But I will be the first to admit it could have been operator, aka griller error. So we may take this redfish home and actually do a catch and cook with it. But one thing I wanted to show you guys, one thing that people have a misconception of is you gotta bring your big gear, you gotta bring your heavy tackle, you gotta bring the big stuff to get these fish. Tonight, we're out here with the small rods. 7-foot inshore Ninja Tackle daggers, 20-pound braid, 30-pound leader. A simple 1-ounce egg sinker, and either a 2 or 3-aught circle hook, and live bait. That's really all it is. It's kind of lazy fishing. We're just out here, we literally have 1 hour before the sun's gonna go down. But something to keep in mind, you don't need this gigantic tackle and all these crazy lures and random rods and reels and whatever to come and fish inshore. We have a 7-foot rod, a 3000 series reel, and some leader material, and we're getting on some fish. All right, guys, we have made it back to the house. As you can see, I have this beautiful redfish that Julie caught on the fillet table. She is inside doing her thing, getting stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna fillet him up. I'm gonna get him put on ice. We're probably gonna get cleaned up and feel a little bit more human before we actually cook, but I want to kind of give you a look at how I fillet a redfish. I do not claim to be a professional, so if I do something wrong, I apologize. As long as the meat gets off the fish, that's all I care about. Let's get started. So I'll use the bigger knife first. I have a 7 and an 8-inch Dexter. This one's just got a little bit more backbone. So what I like to try to do is come from behind this fin in the front all the way to the top of the fish. And redfish have some wicked scales, so you got to work them a little bit to get through. And I go from there all the way down to almost the anal cavity, and then you just want to get this started with the tip of your knife. Kind of follow that backbone best you can all the way up. And then when you get back here to the tail, what I like to do is kind of poke through and come all the way through. And then I will switch to the smaller knife, which gives me a little bit more precision. And I'm just going to work this fillet all the way along that backbone. I don't know if you can hear the knife, it just kind of glides right across those bones. And this is the tricky part on anything redfish, black drum, sheep's head. They have this big rib cage. So you got to kind of work around it, and then always you're going to have to trim it when you're done to make sure you get all those little pin bones out of there. And there you have it. 1/2 of a redfish fillet. Now these, a lot of people will cook these skin on, but I think for these, we're gonna take the skin off And then maybe we'll do another catch and cook video down the road where we do it on a half shell. So then it's just like filleting any other fish. You just get it started and just let the knife do the work. As long as you got a sharp knife, it's actually pretty easy, especially with redfish because they have tough skin. There you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this other side done. Get these guys on ice. We'll see y'all in the kitchen.
All right, you guys, day 2. We posted on Facebook last night asking for the viewers to send in some recipes. And I chose, I believe his name was Jim's recipe. It was something different. I'm very excited to taste it. He called it Redfish Florentine. I can't claim this recipe, but I'll share it with you. So you see here, I chopped up fresh spinach, made a Publix run today, got that. I'm gonna add mozzarella cheese, and this is fresh grated Parmesan cheese to the mix. We're just gonna throw it in the bowl, shot of that. I don't know, I like cheese, so bear with me. You don't have to, nothing is in measurements, just whatever you like. This is fresh oregano. We're gonna give it some breadcrumbs. And then I forgot my lemon, but I do have backup since we fish so often. So I'm gonna give it a shot of lemon juice, salt and pepper, however much you think you would like in this mixture. I'm gonna grab my spoon and I'm gonna mix this up. Like, I could eat this alone as a salad. I'm not gonna lie. I love a spinach salad. And then here I have melted butter. So we're gonna add this. I like a lot of butter. Mix it up. I'm feeling like maybe a little bit more breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm losing my voice already. There you go. Looks yummy, right? Then Jim told me, take some olive oil, or you can use butter, but I'm already using a lot of butter. Just coat your pan with it. Oh, that's plenty. I have preset my oven to 375, so that's going. It's ready for us. Here's some of that redfish. Not all of the fillets, we're saving some. But these were the good chunks of it. Wait a minute, am I doing this right? No, yeah. If I'm screwing up your recipe, Jim, I am so sorry. So I'm gonna set those in. Then I'm gonna take this mixture of deliciousness, and I'm making, like, I don't even know what to describe it as, like a redfish patty. I like the greens, so I'm gonna do a heavy load, and Brent needs a little more greens in his life.
No, I don't.
There we go. Then I'm gonna take this piece, lay it right on top. This piece right on top. Toothpick is gonna hold them in place. All the way down. This guy might need 2 toothpicks. I gotta grab another toothpick. Thank you.
I'm a toothpick grabber.
There we go. So now, just think like redfish sandwich. He said, I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of butter in there because I have it, and why waste some good old butter? And then he said to sprinkle again with the breadcrumbs.
Not gonna lie, guys, even though there's a bunch of green stuff in there, this is looking dynamite.
I'm gonna also, because again, I like cheese, take this and put it on top. That's the thing about me, you guys. Someone will send me a recipe and I barely ever stick to it. I think I'm pretty darn close to Jim's recipe here. If you're watching, Jim, leave in the comments how bad I screwed it up. Okay, so that's it. I mean, it looks good. It's a fancy fish meal. I'm gonna throw it in the oven about 15 minutes. All you gotta do is take a fork. We all know what fish is like when it's done. Back up, pups. Back up. Stick it in there. Give it 15 minutes. We will see how it tastes. Guys, it has been 15 minutes. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna take this. So when fish flakes, it's done, and that's flaking. But I didn't want to waste this delicious mixture that we had done up. So I'm just gonna add it right to the pan because I'll eat that, no problem. Cheese and spinach. I'm gonna add a little more butter, and basically until that wilts and the cheese melts a little bit more. So maybe 2 minutes, maybe, and we're gonna taste it. It looks and smells phenomenal.
What does mean? Is it good? Oh, you're gonna feed me?
Guys, you gotta try out this recipe. Thanks again to Mr. Jim for sending it in. It is phenomenal. Until next time, y'all keep it real.